Silakan klik tombol subscribe dan aktifkan notifikasi pada tombol lonceng supaya tidak tertinggal video seputar misteri dan pembahasan menarik lainnya, dan klik tombol like juga jika sahabat menyukai video ini.
Because it still said the De Beers sphere collection. It's like a jewelry collection. Oh, we've got visitors. I think it's that way. This is like a other off into the rainforest. Because the sign requests it. Please, during this tour, respect the social distancing by 1 pound 8 meters. Recommended by especially by hand or even burro. Don't have to feed the cable way too often. Alright, I see exciting things ahead. I wish I saw some exciting things in the jungle too. I do not see any cacao. It has not gone wild enough for me to pick some right now. I wish there were more bananas I could steal from the plantation, but I also don't want to be indentured to the plantation. Why isn't there vanilla growing wild out here too? That'd be awesome. Okay, so here's an exciting part. Da, 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 da. Marbles! Pilgrim spheres. Okay, interesting. So here's some of them that have been confiscated. They're imprisoned inside of the fence wall. They cannot roll any further. Alright, and they just plant them on gravel here. So all kinds of different materials, all kinds of different sizes, but only one shape. One's got a moon crater. Maybe that's the Death Star of the... And then some of them are large. What were they saying? There was one that was 8 feet across. 3 meters or something around that. 3.5 meter? I forget now, but large. It sounded like quite the undertaking, but you can see where the impact is of how they shape them. It just beat other stones on them until it was the shape they wanted, and really a status symbol. So it would make sense to have these in landscapes. Maybe I should start putting them in my clients' places in New York City. They can have sphere status among the edges of skyscrapers. People are always looking for more curvature to break up the just line after line after line. It's kind of intense. Sets me on edge. I definitely need more jungle time or nature time of any kind. I can only be in the city for so long, but it is fun to do weird things with plants in ways that I would have never thought, but people are happy to say, hey, can you put plants here? Well, yeah, you can put plants anywhere. I born a little too late to be involved in the Space Force, but I would happily grow plants in space if that were, because that's my other thing, sci-fi. If I could join up with Space Force and grow plants in space, I would do that. So these are, oh, this is the imprisonment penitentiary of recovery zone. These are, they were saying that there's sculptures that were built on pegs. They call them pegged sculptures, at the bottom stuck into the ground, and that's how they would stand up. So, but these don't look too carved anymore. And stones, man. I would think, since they got Mexico to contribute archaeologists to the project, that they would have more to build just stones so that people did have them for the landscape, because if it's a national treasure, like, yeah, promote the heck out of it. It doesn't look like a tennis ball. It looks like it maybe got patched, that it broke off in the last ice age, 800, right before the Spanish came. And I guess they got a little preoccupied. It's kind of funny that the Spanish weren't like, cool, stones, let's put these on the ship and send these back to Spain, or use them as...
Two spheres. Alignments are located in this plaza.
We saw them in the last video.
East, west, for daily and ceremonial activities. One is made up of 3 spheres along 77 meters. The other one has 2 with a long distance of them 11 meters. The spheres measure between 1.41 and 1.92 meters and are partly buried by sediments. This is the only group remaining in their original position.
Is that the ones we saw? Plant them on gravel here. So all kinds of different materials, all kinds of different sizes, but only one shape. That one's got a moon crater. Maybe that's the Death Star of the... And then some of them are large. Like, what were they saying? There was one that was like 8 feet across. It's 3 meters or something around that. 3.5 meter? I forget now, but large. It sounded like quite the undertaking, but you can see where the impact is of how they shape them. They just beat other stones on them until it was the shape they wanted, and really a status symbol. So it would make sense to have these in landscapes. Maybe I should start putting them in my clients' places in New York City. They can have sphere status among...
Silakan klik tombol subscribe dan aktifkan notifikasi pada tombol lonceng supaya tidak tertinggal video seputar misteri dan pembahasan menarik lainnya, dan klik tombol like juga jika sahabat menyukai video ini.